Welcome back to my channel, guys. I just got back from the YCS and I would like to show you guys my deck profile that I use for the YCS. So a little recap of how I did in the YCS. I actually made it kind of far playing the deck. I'm sure you guys see in the title, but I went 5 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw, which didn't give me enough points to go to day 2, unfortunately. I played all round 9, and unfortunately I lost my last round. Though it was super fun. All my opponents, well, most and let's say most of my opponents were very cool about it, and cool about my deck and stuff. So without further ado, let's cooking what it is. And you all guys already know I am playing Fluffals. Of course, Fluffal is definitely one of my deck that I'm more familiar with and I use the most. And you know what, like taking Fluffals to YCS and doing like pretty not too bad going against all meta decks. Like I don't think I ever play any like rogue-ish deck. I played Prank, Brave, Based. I played the Soul, played Eldritch, Cybers. Like every single one was like all meta deck, and here I am playing Fluffals. You know, but anyways, I love the result, and also if you guys like this content, please hit the subscribe button and give me a like. Love all the support, and also I'm giving away something around 100 subscribers. Once I hit that, or around before a little bit, I'll announce what the price will be. As of now, I think I have an idea, but I don't want to spoil it. So around that time, then I'll spoil it out for you guys. So let's get into the main deck, shall we? So we play a 40 card main deck. And it worked pretty well, and you see why I played 45. Okay, so we're gonna start off. We only are gonna play. We're only playing 1 Fluffal dog, surprisingly. I saw a list recently where they only play a dog, and kind of makes sense because if you know like Elementary Stratos, a lot of hero players are starting cutting the Stratos to 1 because it's super searchable, right? You have your toy vendors, you have super crazy ways to find your Fluffal dog, and usually you don't want a normal dog. You usually want a normal the sheep, or I mean not the sheep, the penguin or the dolphin most of the time. So having just 1 Fluffal dog kind of just breaks your hand if you draw too many, because yeah, this is super searchable. So that explains that. So we'll play 1 dog and put it right here. Next up, we play, of course, our best Fluffal, 3 Fluffal penguin. So actually, I had to get an English version because I did not feel like getting all the translation. So I actually was able to pick up a English core for relatively cheap. The only English card I didn't have was the Etch and Chain, because that card just spiked, and I was like, I'm not paying $10 for one, so I'm just gonna play my Italian version. But yeah, Fluffal Penguins, one of the best starters if you have with Dolphin and stuff. Good, you know, draw to discard 1, summon Bahamut, all the goodies. Then of course we play the 1 Dolphin. One of another best card, sets up a potential +3, a draw 2. So a lot of people like they don't know what I do, my deck don't do, and they usually don't like negate this. Of course in game 1, in game 2, then they'll notice and they try to negate it. But yeah, Dolphin is definitely one of the cards that like people are like, okay, I guess I'll let it go. It seems harmless, you know. So all right, next up we have the 2 bears. Just to get your toy vendors in the field out of the deck, so you don't, you know, draw into it or whatever. Of course, we play the 1 wings that you already know, it draws 2, and also sends a toy vendor. So what else can you say? 1 sheep, one of the best best extenders. I don't play DPE, so I only play 1. So on Discord, Giant and Skyhawk, they have some spicy stuff coming up with sheep, and sheep is actually going to be one of the main combo, and can make a 1 card combo, which is going to be crazy. I'll leave that to them because they were the main guys who thought of it, so I can't take credit for that, but they're amazing, and you know, I feel like this card has potential with the dogs as well. Next up, we have 1 Fluffal the Octopus. This card is so underrated. Like, I had shuffled back my wings once to draw more. Plays against Scythe's Eldritch, and this helped me grind a lot. And I ended up winning game 1, even though I was Scythe Lock and Lancia and DPE on the field. Somehow I won that game. Unfortunately, the game 1 went for too long, so I ended up tying with a dude, but he was a really cool dude. Next up, we have the Etchim. Of course, we're going to play the Etchim Chain. We'll play 3 of these. This is the only card I had to get translation because it was in Italian. But yeah, this card performed amazing. Sometimes I wasn't able to draw it, so kind of sucked those and gave me a lot of game loss. There was one time where my hand was 2 penguins, a Royal Guardian Penguin, a Poly, and a Gamma, and 1 Gamma is not going to do enough for, you know, for the decks these days. So then we play 1 Savers, of course, like standard, pretty standard. Then we play the Etchim Scythe. This card is bonkers, even though you play at 1 because you don't always trying to see it, but man, it's so good. People always read it when I activate it on the main phase, and like, let me see what that does, right? And fusion summon for a whale pop Scythe. yeah, of course we gotta play the other Scythe, double Scythe baby, to go along with the Etchim Scythe. Then we play Golden Lord as a 1. This card came in clutch, I think against a prank kid. I ash his Enchantress, and then he was able to only set up a what's it called, a DPE on the field, I think with like a back row. And then I had 2 toy vendors in hand, and I drew this as my top deck. And you already know, target the DPE. He either was forced to destroy himself, or I'll just send lore, send it to a graveyard, can't activate the effect. Oh, man, this card is so good in this deck. Great extender, great beater because it becomes 35 most of the time. Now to the hand traps. We do play, of course, the Gamma package. Gamma definitely was super impactful throughout the whole event. Nothing to say about it, just negates and destroys. Then we do have the 3 Ashes. Yep, Ashes is also very good. Good call to just put in the main deck because I was putting Nibiru on the main deck, but I think Ashes was better, more generic. I was able to out a lot of the Enchantress play, and eventually I was able to come in conclusion to play this in the main deck. Now for the last stuff of why I played 45 cards is the Magician Souls package. I played 2 Illusion and 2 Souls. Honestly, like, this performs super well. Most of the time you summon this to bait out a negate, and you can send it sends for cost. So even if they negate it, it's like, well, I'm still gonna +2 because I sent 2 toy vendors, right? Actually, one of the games I did send 2 toy vendors, or it was either 2 toy vendors or Fight for Repair and a toy vendor, and they were like, dang, you're just gonna plus anyway. So this is amazing, and this to go into the dark is even crazy. to go anymore. I got nipped once and I just played through. I had this in hand. They nipped through my my play, and then I had this make dark, summon their dark monster from the field. I mean from the graveyard, and then have savers in the graveyard, and I just make access go for game. Onto the spells. We do play the 3 polys. I recently picked up these LOVs polymerization, which is super nice. Even though it's not first edition, it still says magic card, which is kind of cool. Not sure if they do have anything that says spell cards, but yeah, 3 polys is necessary because I do run the Chimera, and Chimera has also performed super well. Of course, we gotta play the Broken Pot of Greed, Frightful Patchwork. So sad. Like I hardly drew this card throughout the event, and if I had this card in hand, I would have won some of my matchup, but sadly I wasn't able to. Then we have a Frightful Repair and a Frightful Fusion. Standard Frightful Fusion uses. I barely use Frightful Fusion most of the time, but it does help end the game most of the time. Frightful Repair, of course, is a great extender. And if you already send a toy vendor, you just use Fortune Bill Good to send that to extend even further, which I did a couple of times. And of course, you play the heart of the card, or the card that makes the deck what it is. Toy vendors. Of course, you gotta play 3, maximize it. Then we play 3 Foolish Goods. Nothing to say. This thing is 1 card, draw a lot of cards, because you add the dolphin and then send the wings and all that, and you draw even more. And lastly, we do play the 2 Royal Penguin Garden. Nothing to say about it. People, every time I make this as my first play, they're like, "You playing penguins? How did you make this so far?" No, I'm playing Fluffals. But yeah, and I had a judge call me. He was like, "You can't add penguin." I was like, it literally says like add 1 penguin card, and Fluffal penguin, it's just a penguin card. So yeah, it was amazing seeing people's faces when I like play in like one of the top tables, and I'm like playing Fluffals. It's pretty cool. And then we have 1 Call by the Grave. That's my 45th card. I think I might cut this. Not gonna lie, I didn't really see it the whole event. It's more of like just like if you draw, you have it. But sometimes I drew it and it's like useless. There's that one time was that game that had like 3 penguins and I had a Call by the Grave. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not. Doesn't do anything against prank kids or something, because they're gonna have rights anyways. But yeah, that was my main deck. That was 45. I think it was 28 monsters and then 17 spells. So yeah, onto the extra deck. So the extra deck, we do have 2 Crew Whales. This card is broken. I wish they had a hollow printing of it, but unfortunately they do not. So 2 Crew Whales. I think it's just it's a great DPE. Destroy 1 card on both field and save it with Scythe. It's just amazing. There was many times where I drew Scythe and on the first turn, going second, and it was super nice. So yeah, 2 Crew Whales. Then we play the 1 Kraken. This helps me out like Golden Lords and things that cannot be destroyed. So yeah, that one time go for game as well, because it's just attacks twice and it's super big. We have 1 Frightful Tiger. What can I say? Frightful Tiger destroys a lot of cards. And last fusion, we play the Garden Chimera. We do not play the Sabertooth. I do not miss the Sabertooth at all. Most of the time, like if you want to go to OTK, it's already like you already had enough on board to finish it off anyway. But yeah, Garden Chimera, I didn't make it as much as I wanted to, but it still performed super well. Because I mean, it's just a pop 1, draw 2, and it's untargetable if you have, and most of the time you're gonna have poly in the graveyard anyways, unless they DD Crow it. Yeah, so yeah, that was my fusions. And onto my Link 2s, I play 1 IP, 1 Cross Sheep. We do play Lambda. I'm probably gonna cut this, but I don't know. It did well, but people always anticipate that I already have Gamma in hand. You know, can't really bluff it most of the time. Broken card, the Charmer, the only Starlight in the deck. The only Starlight I really want, but yeah, I got the Dark Charmer. This card performed like super well. I think it went above and beyond. Oh yeah, let me tell you guys. So one game I had this, I think it was round 8. I dark, I drew Scythe, Artifact Scythe, so I made dark. They already used up their DPE effect, popped their own DPE and stuff. I used dark, summoned their DPE, and then on their opponent's turn, I used their own DPE to destroy my own Artifact Scythe to Scythe lock him, which is crazy. Super crazy. Like, man, this, I don't know about you guys, but this card is really good. I don't know, this is super bonkers. But anyways, especially when the Despia stuff, well, Despia is already out right here. I will have a video about the branded deck, the Alba Strike. I'm gonna take it to local with only 3 structure deck. I'm gonna combine a deck together and then, you know, go locals with that, and we'll film that for you guys. I think I already filmed the deck profile for that, so that will probably be posted after this deck profile. All right. And then lastly, the last thing too is of course the Artifact Dagda. You know, it's for the Scythe lock. So next we have the Iron Nightmare Unicorn. This is for either dark or just a link climb for 5K access code. So, and then also thank you to the homie Evans for hooking me up for this. The CR to use it. I have to give it back though. So, but yeah. And of course we play 1 Apple and 1 access code. Apple is very good. Access code, of course, is just access code. You can go for games most of the time. And then for the XYZ, we play the Shark and the Totally Awesome. So yeah, that was the extra deck, guys. Nothing really, like, I don't play the XYZ heavy kind of deck, extra deck, which I think worked well. I think the links are kind of in a favor because you link climb so much. But yeah, if anything, like, maybe I will have a Biz Dweller in here and maybe cut out the Lambda. But because the branded stuff came out, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a whole different deck for that. And if you guys do want the deck profile for a branded version of Fluffals, let me know in the comment down below. I will of course make that for you guys. You know, let's say get this video a 50 likes, and I'll do it for you guys. All right, so onto the side deck. I think my side deck was kind of weird, but I think it did okay. So we're gonna have 3 Nibs. Nib is very good going second. Knowing for, you know, if they're playing combos and stuff, Nib is super good. I barely nib anybody that weekend, honestly. Never drew into it most of the time. Then we played 3 Lancia. 3 Lancia is super good. It came in clutch against a Virtual World deck that I played round 6, I believe. Yeah, round 6. I played Virtual World Punk, and Lancia did its job, you know. Then we played Harpies, 3 Cosmic. I was anticipating Cyber Eldritch stuff, but I only played 1, and most of the time I didn't even draw this, and I didn't need it. Then we have 3 Artifact Phantoms. this card just to cheese out a artifact scythe, but never drew it and wasn't able to do it. Either if I said it and I already won by that time. But yeah, it's still good backup though, because let's say you don't have the Dagda combo, you just set this and they don't expect it most of the time. And one red reboot, and then we have one Underworld Goddess. Now I decided to go Underworld Goddess as my side deck because I think that Dagda, if I go second, it's just useless most of the time. Well, it depends though, because if you play, well, yeah, it's useless against Flu. So if you're playing against Flu, then Dagda is just useless because you're not gonna set the scythe. You could set Lancia, but that couldn't do anything. But yeah, I never made this, honestly. Didn't have the chance to, because I just put it in the side because I do have IP, and IP with 3 other monsters can potentially just kaiju a monster out of their field. So yeah, that was my deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys do like this deck profile, make sure to hit the like button, and you can subscribe to my channel, and I will definitely post more stuff. I do have a Albastrite structure deck profile using only the 3 structure deck coming up right after this video, and we'll also take that to a local and play and see how it does. I know a lot of people are gonna be hype about it and trying to play more, play the branded stuff. So yeah, overall, I love the experience I had at YCS, even though I was a little salty towards the end because I spent technically like almost 12 hours playing, and lastly, it never really paid off that much, because they don't incentivize anybody that plays for that long, and then last round they lose. But I overall had a lot of fun. I went with my friends. Make sure to check out the vlog that I posted. Those are just a little mini vlog I did for the event, and it was super fun. We had fun opening packs. We had fun eating, just chilling with the friends and people on my local. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching for the video. As always, thank you for the support. If you guys would like to see more content, of course, hit that subscribe button. And at 100 subs, I will definitely show you what I will give away. So yeah, peace out.